this week's edition of ETV News. I'm Amanda Zeitel.
And I am Jada Furlow.
Willimantic police are investigating a suspicious death of a 22-year-old man on Monday. Officers responded to Mansfield Ave after the victim's family called 911 and said it's too early to determine if there is a criminal element of the case. Police have not released the victim's name, but said he died on the third floor of the home and was pronounced dead at 9:30 a.m. We have spoken to the family, and members of the Criminal Investigation Division are still interviewing immediate family. Corporal Stanley Parizzo of the Willimantic Police Department said. Police are now waiting on toxicology results and autopsy reports to further rule out the investigation.
Police arrested a drunken Newtown father this past Sunday who they say was asked to leave a Willimantic bar while he was with his 8 and 11-year-old children while proceeding to leave with them in his vehicle. Glenn White, 48, of Newtown, has been charged with the risk of injury to a minor after he was asked to leave the bar at closing time. Due to his intoxicated state, the Department of Children and Families was notified and will be making appropriate measures for the welfare of both children, according to Willimantic Police.
BT was born and raised in the wonderful settings of Oklahoma. He jokingly refers to himself as a black redneck with a rock star attitude. He has performed in over 43 states, 3 countries, and seen in numerous television shows, from the Sci-Fi Channel's Black Scorpion to the critically acclaimed HBO movie Suckers. He has been on MTV, BET, and VH1. BT, in his Jerry Lewis-style energy, is a favorite in the nationally touring comedy show Sellout. He has carved a niche for himself in comedy as a high-energy act with style, substance, and material to match. To see BT is to experience life through the eyes and energy of one of comedy's brightest stars. So come experience his act for yourself on Wednesday, October 21st from 8 to 9 p.m. in the Betty Tipton Room for a night full of laughter.
Hillel Club hosts Shabbat dinners as a chance for Jewish students to stay connected with their Jewish identity while away from home. They also encourage non-Jewish students to come and enjoy a new culture. Accepting everyone into their club, they encourage a friendly and welcoming environment. Shabbat dinner will be held at the Night House on the North Campus on Friday, October 23rd from 6 to 8 p.m.
On October 11th, Eastern held an open house for students who are interested in attending Eastern. Our own McKenzie Fayne was there with the story.
From ETV News, I'm out here at the Fall Open House. It looks like an amazing turnout, so let's check it out. On October 11th, Eastern held its Fall Open House in the Student Center. Students were able to take fall tours of Eastern's campus directed by admissions office. They were able to interact with student ambassadors and learn more about each major by going to the Majors and Minors Fair held in the Betty Tipton Room. Taylor Hammond from Admissions gave us a brief overview of the event.
We put on the Fall Open House every year for all of our prospective students for Fall 2016. So all of our high school juniors and seniors are here today. And so we have all of the different academic majors available so that students can ask some of the professors. We have campus tours and all kinds of really cool events about housing and financial aid just so they can get more information about Eastern. So
students were able to talk one-on-one with professors from departments of their choice to learn more in depth on information regarding the major and minor. We spoke with local high school student Caitlin about potentially coming to Eastern next fall.
One of my friends, his brother comes here and he plays baseball, I'm pretty sure, so I heard about it from him and I was just looking at different colleges and I went on the website and the campus is so pretty, so it attracted me like right away. They've been very helpful. They've been telling me all about it and the different career options.
Junior and senior high school students from all over joined us here today on this beautiful October day to experience Eastern for the first time. Hey guys, McKenzie Fayne here. It was an amazing turnout at today's open house. We'll see you next time.
Thanks, McKenzie. Glad to see plenty of potential students in attendance.
This year's annual Shackathon will be taking place on Webb Lawn on October 20th to the 21st. Shackathon is an annual event held by the campus chapter of Habitat for Humanity in order to raise both money and awareness for homelessness and substandard housing in the Willimantic community. Members of Habitat for Humanity will be asked to stay outside for 24 consecutive hours to help illustrate some of the struggles of being homeless. This will include making homes out of cardboard boxes that members will sleep in to raise awareness.
Join the FAD this Friday night, October 16th, for their Night of Illusion in the Betty Tipton Room from 8 to 11 p.m. FAD will be having hypnosis at this event, along with other small novelties that students can participate in. Come down and experience a night you'll never forget, filled with mystery and excitement.
Eastern will be hosting the 23rd Annual Health, Wellness, and Benefits Expo on October 20th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. in the Betty R. Tipton Room of the Student Center. The public is invited to attend and visit with more than 50 health-related organizations that will be in attendance. From free massages to sampling of healthy snacks, tips for reducing stress, HIV testing, and interacting with a therapy dog, this year's expo will again offer the variety of attractions the event is known for. Participants specialize in food and nutrition, therapy, wellness, medicine, health insurance, and finance. Tales of Joy, an organization that brings therapy dogs to medical patients, will be visiting with Bella the Pug around 1 p.m. For more information, contact Jane New, Associate Director of Student Health Services, or LaShawn McBride, Manager of Human Resources, at 860-465-5220.
And we'll be right back with this week's editorial.
You think getting dumped by text is harsh? Try getting dumped by a tennis ball. My ex-owner drove me out to the woods, yelled fetch, and by the time I brought the ball back, he was gone. Yeah, I was pissed. But the folks at the shelter helped me let go of my anger. I learned coping skills, like taking it to the hole. Boom! Now I'm ready to fetch again. But how about I throw and you run and get it?
Kids will spend 15 minutes watching online videos like this one.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
Hello, I'm Jess Dodd and I'm coming to you from ETV News. As most people know, the popularity of e-cigarettes, or vapes, is on the rise. E-cigarettes are battery-powered devices that heat nicotine and other chemicals and produce a vapor that is inhaled. They were originally created in 2007 for the purpose of helping people addicted to tar-filled cigarettes to quit and switch to something better. Now, several years later, they're just a fad. It's highly common to see a teenager on his or her 18th birthday to go out and buy a vape pen instead of a lottery ticket. Statistics say that there is somewhere near 12,000 registered shops in the nation. That being said, there's no doubt that e-cigarettes are increasingly becoming more and more popular. Many of these e-cigarettes still contain nicotine, which carries its own health risks and is highly addictive. You can purchase non-nicotine vapes, along with many different types of e-cigarettes. So not all of them are harmful. But because you can get flavors such as vanilla, Skittles, or even banana cream pie, this concerns doctors across the nation. Vapes do not have tobacco, so they are just not subject to U.S. tobacco laws, meaning the Food and Drug Administration does not regulate them. But what stands out to me is that vaping is no doubt a fad, an addictive one. It's common to see teenagers who have who have never smoked or have barely smoked before to purchase an e-cigarette just because it's cool. Yes, cigarette smoking has decreased greatly among teens, but then is counteracted with the rise in vaping. As a college student, I see so many people here using e-cigarettes on a daily basis. So often I'm caught behind someone walking to class, inhaling and forced to smell the very scents of this vape. But what's the need? Vaping has gone so mainstream so fast and has attracted so many young people. Vapes do have their positives, whether it's because of stress or just for fun. They can be a great way to pass time with friends or just by yourself. But just remember, you are still intaking something into your body that isn't supposed to be there. Nothing is supposed to be in your lungs except for air. That's just how our bodies were designed. But when everyone else is doing it, younger teens are going to try it anyways, right? So they don't worry about concerns when everyone else around them is doing the same thing. The human brain continues to develop until the age of 24. When a young teenager or adult tries something like cigarettes, a permanent addiction can be caused whether intended or not. Anyone can get addicted to anything if they like it enough. We all have free will and will do whatever we want. As I usually say, you do you, I'll do me, and everything is all good. What do you think? This is Jess Dodd, and this is the way I see it.
And we'll be right back after these short messages.
All kinds of stuff.
Sure.
He helps me with homework.
That would be 3.6795.
Thanks.
Yep.
He helps me with my decision making.
I wouldn't use this one. Ever.
And he's even teaching me how to drive.
And that's why cars have bumpers.
I'm learning so much.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
There's one thing you can never have sex without.
It's consent.
Because sex without it isn't sex.
It's rape.
It's on us to stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Don't worry, 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft.
To fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play more. To donate or volunteer, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Now I get it.
Please have a seat. I'll be honest. Your resume is not what I'm used to.
I know.
Okay, so what would you bring to my company?
What do you need?
I need a hard worker.
Good. I've got 2 part-time jobs and I help my parents pay the bills.
I need problem-solving skills.
I got through high school without a car, a phone, or a computer.
No college degree, though.
Not yet, but life's taught me a lot and I'm ready for more.
Well, you're not the typical kind of candidate that I hire. But you are exactly what I'm looking for.
Your company could be missing out on the candidates it needs most. Learn how to find, cultivate, and train a great pool of untapped talent at gradsoflife.org.
Eastern Connecticut State has once again been named one of the Connecticut's top places to work, according to the Hartford Courant. The award is based on employee surveys conducted at the end of each of the spring semesters. The survey assessed topics such as company culture and leadership, day-to-day work, compensation, job satisfaction, and employer appreciation. One of the main criteria for the 60 companies chosen is each company must have at least 50 employees. While Eastern came in 7th place, the Hartford Financial Services Group took the top spot. Along with Goodwin College, Eastern Connecticut State was the only school that made the list. Eastern has made the list in 4 of the past 5 years, showing that not only Eastern is a great place to learn, but also a great place to work.
The Center for Community Engagement is looking for volunteers to participate in this year's Relay for Life. The Relay for Life of Greater Windham County is a large community event that supports cancer research, prevention, and survivors. The Relay for Life will be taking place October 17th and the 18th and will begin at 11 a.m. Students will create a team or join an existing team and raise money for the cause. Volunteers will be needed to support the event, which will include setup, cleanup, and more. For more information on the event, go to www.relay.acsevents.org.
Want to relieve some stress and relax? Take a trip to Sky Dwellers Aerial Yoga this Sunday, October 18th at 12 p.m. This type of yoga replaces your usual yoga mat and puts you in the air by suspending you from a yoga hammock. This off-campus activity is $5 for students and $10 for guests. See you there.
If Cornell University President Elizabeth Garrett hears someone say they got only 3 or 4 hours of sleep at night, she's not impressed. I always worry about them because you deal better with things when you're rested and have a sense of balance and good judgment, Garrett said. Students often say sleep is disregarded in favor of a work hard, play hard mentality. The Huffington Post spoke with students at several universities who all said statements like, sleep when you're dead, or you'll have the rest of your life to sleep. Those are dominant themes on campus. People brag about how little sleep they get, like whoever gets the least amount of sleep wins, almost treating it like if you get an adequate night's sleep, you're not doing as much as you can, or you're viewed as weak in a sense, said Hannah Tattersall, a student at the University of Delaware. But these efforts to get ahead can actually make students' academic performance worse. Pulling all-nighters is linked to memory loss. Researchers found missing a night of sleep can encourage risky behavior, and University of Pennsylvania medical professors found a connection between sleep loss and depression. So Eastern, lock those phones and make sure to get a good night's sleep.
Yesterday, CAB hosted an event called Ball is Life, which is an event that featured many games and activities for students to partake in. We go to ETV's own Amanda Zeitel, who was there for the event.
Live with ETV News. I'm here at the Geisler Gymnasium for the Ball is Life event hosted by CAB. Students can come play basketball, kickball, dodgeball, and wall ball, and there's also raffles. October 14th, the Ball is Life event took place in the Francis E. Geisler Gymnasium. The event offered a variety of sports for students to come play, but basketball turned out to be a favorite, with the majority of students spending the afternoon shooting hoops. In addition to the games, there was also music and a smoothie bar. The event proved to be a hit with students.
It's really fun. We got basketball in there. You know, we're playing 21, playing pickup. They got smoothies, raffles for like gift cards and stuff. It's pretty dope. There's volleyball, dodgeball. There's a whole bunch of stuff in there. Come on down. There's got music playing, live music. Let's go. Come support it, and we having fun. Let's go.
The Ball is Life event went great. The raffles were a success, and lots of students came out to have a good time with friends. I'm Amanda Zeitel with ETV News, and that's it for this time.
Thank you, Amanda. Looked like a fun event.
On Monday, October 19th, from 3 to 4 p.m. in the library, second floor, outside room 266, hear 3 of our psychology professors discuss their most recently published book, The Social Psychology of Attraction and Romantic Relationships. Why are we attracted to some people and not others? Why do some romantic relationships succeed while others fail? Are our romantic choices influenced by evolution? The Social Psychology of Attraction and Romantic Relationships views the theory and research behind these fascinating areas. The book combines real-life narratives and popular media examples with the latest psychological studies. Light refreshments will be served.
Eastern Connecticut State University English professor Raouf Mama will be speaking on campus about his recently published memoir, Fortune's Favorite Child. Mama's lecture will take place in the Student Center Theater on October 28th from 3 to 4 p.m. Mama is an accomplished professor, author, and storyteller. In addition to receiving 2 Connecticut State University Excellence Awards, he has also won the National Multicultural Children's Book Award in 2009 for his book Why Monkeys Live in Trees. Mama regularly works with UNICEF and travels to various regions of the world to use storytelling as a tool to promote education and multicultural learning.
And we'll be right back with Damon Gray in this week's sports update.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. Find fun activities to do, like boating and biking, or camping and hiking, plus much more. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Here is my handle and here is my spout.
When I get all steamed up, then I shout.
Tip me over and pour me out. Oh. The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Cheers. Take time to be a dad today.
Good evening, Warriors fans. Damon Gray here for this week's Sports Update. We start with women's volleyball, as the team lost their first 2 games, 3-0, at the Tom Hay Invitational Tournament at Springfield and Keene State College. In their third and final game, Eastern Connecticut went on to win a close 3-2 games versus Westfield State. Adriana Mihalik had 13 kills, and Amanda Tyler wrapped in 12 of her own. Ali Lupi also led the team with 29 digs. In Eastern's last matchup, they went on to play at Western Tuesday night, where they lost a tough 3-0 match. Ali Lupi did have 24 digs, and Adriana Mihalik had 10 kills. The team goes 10-11 overall on the year and 2-2 in conference play, currently tied for 4th in the Little East Conference standings. Their next game is a conference game at Western Connecticut. The women's field hockey team has looked really good this year in their conference games, as they stand at 3rd in the standings at a 5-2 record. With an overall record of 7-5 on the year, they split their last 2 games. Saturday against Salem State, the Warriors prevailed to a 3-2 overtime victory. Alex Calgren opened up the game with their 9th of the season, and Hannah Kaiser finished with the last 2 overtime winning goals. Kaiser now totals her goals total to 5 on the season, and their last game Tuesday night, they fell to Connecticut College 3-2. Alex Calgren once again opened up her 2nd consecutive game with an early goal, this one coming in her first 8 minutes. Brianna Passero also had a goal coming late in the second half, but the Warriors couldn't finish strong with their limited opportunities that they were given. Their next game is this Saturday at a conference matchup against number 1 in the Little East Conference, Keene State College. In Eastern's final 5 games, they have 1 remaining home game and 3 conference games, with their last 2 coming on the road. For this week's highlight of the week, Eastern Connecticut took on Trinity College in women's soccer last night. Let's go to the highlights. Trinity College in a non-conference matchup on a Wednesday night. A huge game here for Eastern Connecticut as they take on the Bantams. Early in the first half, Emily Betcher goes down hard, almost gets hit in the head in the process, but Maggie Boddington will take the free kick. What will she do with it? What do you know? Maggie Boddington finding the back of the net as always. Eastern Connecticut up 1-0 early in the first half. Boddington another chance here, this time a little farther out. She rips the shot off the woodwork. Still 1-0. Going into the second half, Eastern Connecticut had a load of possession in that first half. The Bantams in the second half, though, early in the first 5 minutes of it, draw foul just outside the area, and they will actually finish off a rebound chance into the back of the net. We're tied up at 1 at the beginning of the second half. A devastating start to the second 45 for Eastern Connecticut. They'll look ahead for Emily Betcher. She'll look for her first on the day. And a wide open opportunity here for Betcher, but taken down in the box. No call made. Score remains 1-1. Maggie Boddington again. She's hit the frame every single time. This one a little short. Still in the second half. Dying moments now, less than 2 minutes remaining. Emily Betcher, a wide open opportunity, one-on-one with the goalkeeper, sends it into the area, but no one is there for Eastern Connecticut to put it into the back of the net. It's still 1-1 after 90 minutes. The Bantams in the first half of sudden death overtime. They sent it into the area for the very tall 6'1" Nicole Stouffer. She can't find it. Now second half of sudden death overtime. Emily Betcher, a one-on-one opportunity, taken off the ball, kicked out of play for a corner for Eastern Connecticut. This game not over yet for the Warriors. Dying moments of it. They send it into the area. Some confusion between the two sides. And it's a goal for the Warriors. They'll win it in double overtime, beating the number 5 team in the country. Warriors win with a final score of 2-1. Jamie Belden credited with the goal as we talked to her after the game about the importance of this win and how crazy that finish was.
We had a lot of opportunities going forward, and we knew one was going to go in. So we had a corner. Maggie Boddington sent a great drive into the box, and I just tapped it in. We're on a great roll lately. We have a lot of good wins, and this is just keeping our momentum going forward. Beating a ranked team, that's always good news.
Jamie Belden with the biggest goal of the game gets our Player of the Game nomination as Eastern Connecticut wins with a final score of 2-1. The women's next game is Saturday, October 17th at 1 p.m. as they take on Southern Maine at Thomas Livers Field. Let's fill up the pitch, Eastern. The Warriors men's soccer team is coming off a comfortable 4-0 win against Fitchburg State. In the game, Eastern had 4 different goal scorers, with Xavier Doring starting things off in the 20-minute. Doring now has 6 goals on the year, which leads the team along with his counterpart, Tyler Jones, who also has 6 of his own. Eastern remains atop the conference with a 3-0-1 record. Their next game comes Saturday at Southern Maine. Well, last night featured 3 decisive Game 5s. The Minnesota Lynx won their 3rd title in 5 years as they go on to defeat the Indiana Fever. Sylvia Fowles was named MVP of the series, who averaged 15.6 points, 9.4 rebounds per game. In Maya Moore's first 5 seasons, she has won Rookie of the Year, 3 titles, and an MVP award. No other male or female athlete has ever done that in professional sports. In the other Game 5s, the Blue Jays beat the Rangers 3-6 behind Jose Bautista's big 3-run home run in the 7th inning and a bat flip scene around the world that generated a lot of buzz. The Blue Jays will now go on to face the defending American League champs, who went on to defeat the Astros later that night with a final score of 7-2. The ALCS gets underway tomorrow night at 8:07. Tonight, the Dodgers will host the Mets in the last game of the series to see who goes on to face the Cubs in the NLCS. Jacob deGrom takes on the hill for the Mets as the Dodgers send their ace, Zach Greinke, to the mound. Both pitchers have a win in the series. That's all for sports. I'm Damon Gray, and remember, Eastern, go East.
And that's it for this week's show. If you want to see more episodes, visit the ETV YouTube channel. I'm Jada Furlow.
And I'm Amanda Zeitel. Thanks for watching, and be sure to tune in next week. Stay classy, Eastern.